These moments will be tough on the two sons of Ajit Pawar. This is a tectonic life shift. To lose their father, both are young, in their 30s, and to lose their father at this stage. Both of them have stayed away from politics, leave alone just Parth Pawar, who fought an election in 2019. He lost, and ever since he stayed away from that. Questions today loom as well because Ajit Pawar leaves the NCP and the Pawar clan at crossroads, political crossroads. The family, the political divide blurred by what has been deep love within the family, and that void today was filled by the outpouring of bereavement, grief. Pointing out the chants of Ajit Dada Amar Rahe, piercing the ominous silence at Vidya Pratishthan, where the final rites of Ajit Pawar being conducted. Sunetra Pawar there, let's cut to those visuals. The two sons, Parth Pawar, Jai Pawar, conducting the final rites of their father, who today belongs to the people of Baramati as well. All of them a small stakeholder in the life and times of Ajit Dada. The two nephews of Ajit Pawar also on that podium, on that stage where the structure, where the final rites being conducted, Yogendra Pawar as well as Rohit Pawar. Last night at the Vidya Pratishthan, where the mortal remains of Ajit Pawar were kept, you did see Jai Pawar completely go to pieces, break down, and you saw Supriya Sule come in, envelop him in a hug. And bridging the gap where at least what one perceives has been that political divide. The Pawar clan in that sense has been rock solid with each other. My colleague has been reporting from the Vidya Pratishthan. Maushmi, for the people of Baramati, and we've spoken so much about the legacy of Ajit Pawar, the grief is organic. There's a 3-day mourning which has been announced. But for them, Ajit Pawar, whatever the world knows of him, with his controversies, mercurial leader, for him, he was their Dada. If he said something would happen, it would happen. And one only needs to see Baramati to know that if a politician wants to create a model constituency, he can. Baramati, a prime example of that.
I was much in disbelief, and so many people told me how this entire village was converted into such a progressive settlement, and how Ajit Pawar made the people accountable, responsible, and participants in this entire growth story of Baramati. It was not only about just the Pawar clan, it was about taking the entire Baramati
Sunetra Pawar coming in to say that one final goodbye to her husband. You can see visibly she's distraught. Holding her hand is Supriya Sule. And I think, this image, Supriya Sule and Sunetra Sule faced off in Baramati, this very soil, for a Lok Sabha seat. And today, since yesterday, it's Supriya Sule who's been holding her sister-in-law up in the times of abject grief. Sunetra Pawar is one figure everyone is looking at closely. Will she take on the legacy of Ajit Pawar, a Rajya Sabha member, Jai Pawar breaking down there? These are heartbreaking visuals. One would hope sometimes they are limited to your own private moment there, but Jai Pawar's father is public, the grief is public, and you've got to share that grief there. And one can see it. One can see Mashmi, to bring you back into this conversation, all eyes now politically as well will be on Sunetra Pawar, but we're going to talk about the politics later, Mashmi. Sunetra Pawar and Supriya Sule, what a relationship these two women have had.
The loss for Sunetra Pawar is humongous, Preeti. We've seen her just struggling to hold on as she bids her last farewell to her husband, who was also her mentor, her guide, her friend. She just breaks down. And even yesterday we saw that how a very, very shocked and sorrowful Devendra Fadnavis and Eknath Shinde and the governor of Maharashtra were paying their condolences to Sunetra Pawar. It's a huge loss for her, and politics notwithstanding, she knows that the political gap, the political space is very big. And
the first time today, we saw it yesterday, but it is the first time today we have seen Supriya Sule break down. When you look images of such grief, and I would reckon that's the price you pay for love, of bonds that have been created over decades. And that image there of Supriya Sule, who herself broke down, and Sunetra Pawar, Supriya Sule escorting Sunetra Pawar, Ajit Pawar's wife, away from the structure. This is the final goodbye to Ajit Pawar Dada. One by one, you saw his nephews come, his sons come. You had Rohit Pawar, you had Yogendra Pawar, you had Jai Pawar and Parth Pawar saying goodbye. That's Rohit Pawar on your television screen. And, this is the family's final moment. They did take a couple of hours this morning at the Katwadi farmhouse, where for a couple of hours the grief was just private. It was just the Pawar family's grief. But he's a public figure, and he's Ajit Dada to the people of Baramati. So that grief has to be shared, because the people who love him from Baramati, they are grieving. That bereavement is public, and I would reckon the Pawars understand that. One by one, the family members coming in, saying their final goodbye to Ajit Pawar, right before it's ashes to ashes, dust to dust, that the pyre is lit.